All right, it's Bill here. Here's my thoughts on a 5-3 win for the Toronto Maple Leafs over the Tampa Bay Lightning. First of all, why can't the Leafs play the Tampa Bay Lightning all the time? Because the 3 games they've played against Tampa Bay this year have all been good. They've been good performances. Play it on Prime. I'm trying to remember, did the Leafs have a bad game on Prime yet? I don't think so. I like this. I can go home from the bar. Actually, they put Prime on at the bar that we're at when we were playing darts tonight. So I did know, I got out of there before the end of the, or before the start of the third period. But I knew the score going into the second period. But still watched it from the beginning. Here's a couple thoughts that I have right off the bat. First of all, the first line was dynamite tonight. What I don't understand how the Leafs play. Whatever Tampa Bay does to make the Leafs play like this, is it because the playoffs? Is it because you got Kucherov, and we'll get into Kucherov a little bit later? Willie shows up every time against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Willie shows up every time. Is it because he doesn't like Hedman, or he likes Hedman? Whatever it is, whatever they put in the water or whatever, just make every team that the Leafs play put a Tampa Bay jersey emblem somewhere on their jersey and play like that. Awesome. They kept Morgan Rielly. Didn't get a lot of ice time tonight. Perfect. It was like actually Chief Craig Strongbow was coaching, and we were going from there. But anyways, we'll get into it. I thought dominated the first part of this game, the Leafs. And then Austin Matthews flying, and rips home a shot. It basically became a breakaway. It was a great play by Knies to get it to him. And Knies had a game. Knies is a power forward. Tonight, I don't know, did he look 5 inches taller and wider? Like, he just won every battle tonight. He looked like he was on a mission. It was fantastic. But anyways, on that play, it was Ekman Larson up the boards to Knies in, and just flying. I don't know what Tampa Bay's defense is, but let me help you out. You don't let Matthews fly through the neutral zone. And again, you're expecting him to rip it up high, and boom, he puts it right between the legs. 1-0, great start. And they kept it going. There were good opportunities. The one thing I'd say about Tampa Bay is Vasilevsky against the Leafs so far this year has been atrocious. So I wasn't shocked they're playing tomorrow that they put in Johansson. I thought Johansson and Wall, both goalies, had a great game. And that came in, Johansson made some good saves, and then Tampa Bay got the opportunity, and Wall came up big in that first period. Period ends 1-0. Everything's going well. Second period was a little bit, it was back and forth in the second period. But Willie, he had a shift in that second period where I wanted to hurt him. He gave the puck up easy, didn't do anything, didn't battle in the defensive zone. It was just an awful shift. And the next shift, he goes on a breakaway and scores. I guess this is what it's like to have Willie on the team. There's no consistency shift to shift, even within the shift. I was like, what in the hell were you doing on the one play? Until going, boom, we're in the net. Now, he always cheats for offense. In this case, it was Nikita Kucherov, who, by the way, I want to read Nikita Kucherov's line tonight. This is good. You can tell I'm a big Nikita. We're going to get a Nikita Kucherov complaining at the end of the game. Is there anything better than watching Nikita Kucherov complain? I don't think there is. -3, Nikita Kucherov. Brandon Hagel, your Canadian pick. Oh, nice pick. -3, and Braden Point was... somehow Braden Point got 0. Okay, I thought he was on the ice for most of them. Yeah, good game by Kucherov. Well, Kucherov got the secondary assist. He brought it out to the line. Defense didn't play it well, and Nylander cheats for offense. Now, I will say this about Nylander. He gets the most breakaways in the NHL, bar none. Here's what I've seen. When he shoots, he's got a really good percentage of scoring that goal. When he does a move, he don't have a very good chance. As a matter of fact, he had a breakaway later in the third period and did a move. Shoot it. Matthews, shoot it. When you're doing the shoot-its, shoot it. You guys are way better when you're shooting it than when you're trying to do a dangle. But anyways, he puts it in, and then shortly after that, I don't know how many minutes was, 2.5 minutes later, the Leaf killed Nick Paul. Nick Paul, even when he was in Ottawa, I don't get it. But anyways, this was a weird goal. I didn't think the Leafs played it horribly, to be honest with you. Just a shot, just a tip, and somehow it looked like Wall was playing it upstairs, and it tipped and it went underneath the arm. It doesn't look like a good goal, but it was tipped by Paul, and it's 2-1. And then at the end of the period, just a dynamite, great shift by, and this is Michy Boitano. Michy Boitano had a game. That first line had a game tonight, and he made a great play. Now, the one thing I'll talk about Marner a little bit later, he scored the empty net goal. He looked pissed off. I think that's a good thing. He didn't look like a big smile on his face and partying it up and thinking about, what Kool-Aid he's going to have for the party at night. He actually freaking looked like he was mad. Like, he looked like he was pissed off. That's not a bad thing, I don't think. But anyways, friggin' what a pass by Marner over to Knies, and Knies just with the puck on his stick for no time. That was there was shade, and it was funny. They had Wendell and Doug and I had to listen to that obviously, but they had them in the intermission. Looked power forward Knies. He looked a little like Wendell, a little bit. No fighting, no nothing, but battling and getting things done, and a great shot, and that was a great shot to make it 3-1. The other thing I'll just comment, there was maybe it was in the first period, I forget when it was, or the third. Even Mini Domi, when he has a breakaway, passes the puck. He's a breakaway, and he makes a horrible pass to Fraser Minton. Shoot the puck, man. If he has no options, he shoots the puck. That's the wrong way. If you've got a great shot at the net, shoot the puck. I know he was on his backhand, but he could easily got into his forehand. Instead, he makes a lazy pass over to Minton, who they said it was a great pass. It was a horrible pass. Minton was covered. Anyways, 3-1. They had the intermission with Wendell Clark, Doug Gilmour. That was awesome. Although I don't know who that guy who was doing the interviews. He had to tell me the history of Kingston before he asked the question to Kingston, to Doug Gilmour. Okay, great. I get it. You grew up in Kingston. I got that part of it. But the more important people, I don't know, Adnan Verk or something. The more important people are the other two, right? So don't give your history before you ask the question. Just kind of ask the question. Anyways, the third period starts. And again, I did, at that point, I didn't know what the score was going to be. No power play, no penalties up until that point. And then there was a penalty on Pontus Holmberg, and he did. He got caught in a bad position. He made a bad play with the puck. And I didn't think his game was great tonight. And I also thought David Kampf was atrocious tonight. So there was two really bad players tonight. Holmberg, he's not a top 6 guy. I know he played great in that one part of the game. He did some good things, but he's just not a top 6 guy. The Leafs are, oh, by the way, how did the Leafs just won 3 in a row, right? If I'm not mistaken. They won 3 in a row? And they're missing who? Who's that guy they're missing? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't use the word missing, because they're definitely not missing him. Who's not in the lineup? Now, tonight I don't have a Ryan Reaves report because he's out being embarrassed, which is good. He should be embarrassed for quite a while. Maybe be embarrassed in the Toronto Marlies sounds like a good spot for you. But who's this guy that they pay $11 million to that isn't playing right now? And Nylander's lighting it up in the last 3 games. I wonder who that player could be. We're going to talk about that player in just 1 second. Anyways, all of a sudden, the power plays come, and now Tampa Bay Lightning, they just live off power plays. And they did. They got a power play goal later on in the game, but it was a good penalty kill. There's some big saves by Wall. And then it was a kind of a draw one that Knies went out to go towards Kucherov. They loaded up beside him, but it's left Taylor Radish. Taylor Radish got 2 points tonight, and he rips one home. A bit of a screen in front of the net. Lost face-off, back of the net. They can't happen. It did, 3-2. But shortly after that, what was it? Not even 2 minutes later, power play. So the Leafs get their power play. And they had some guy in the bumper zone where someone else, that guy that I was mentioning earlier, used to be in that bumper zone. This guy played it a little bit better because he got the puck and he actually made a play with the puck. So he didn't get the puck and, he's so slow and methodical that the other team just takes it away from him. where pucks go to die. You know what? Bobby McMahon, his name doesn't mean where pucks go to die. The other guy, that's what the actual definition in the Webster's Dictionary is. And then that was a nice find by Marner. I don't know what happened. So the one, I think it was a forward, went out to, or the defenseman went out to Matthews thinking it was going to be a one-timer. And they left. Matthew Nye is beside the goalie by himself. Got deflected out the front. Cirelli deflected it. But Nye's battles hard. That's a big goal. That's a Dave Andreychuk goal in front of the net. The tree. They just had Clark and Gilmore. I thought a Dave Andreychuk banging. Went around, had the little reach to go around the goalie. Puts it in for 4-2. And then, I don't know how long, it was 2 minutes after that. Another penalty to David Kampf. Again, I thought Kampf had a horrible game. And he was on for pretty much everything that went bad. But power play goal, Nick Paul, it was a hell of a play. Pass around, one-timer, tip in. What are you going to do? That's a great power play goal to make it 4-3, to make it a little bit interesting. But there was some big saves. There was one that went off the crossbar and in, but then you got the empty net goal by Marner. And again, Marner looked like he was the most unhappy guy on the ice. And again, I'm going to take that as a good thing. Get pissed off, Mitchie. If you're going to play like that, be pissed off all the time. Hate your teammates. Hate whatever you were hating on last night. You were swearing. Love it. Just keep it going, bud. Be mad. You probably got mad because you got dummied by the one player on a hit. But anyways, and then we'll talk about the Michigan. Matthews on fire. This is this little stretch. Now, I didn't think Matthews was great against Montreal, but he was fantastic tonight. Fantastic tonight. All over the puck, defensively, offensively. That whole line was just, actually Prime had a great, I think I like games on Prime, I'll be honest with you. Except for that one Adnan Verg guy. But then their announcers, like Shelley and I forget who the other guy was, fantastic. Fantastic game-by-game guys. But the goal for the Michigan, and that Michigan was there. That's a hell of a save by that goalie. Hell of a save. I was like, oh, that would have been awesome in Michigan. I don't think the Leafs have ever had a Michigan, but in that case, you can see the puck was rolling. So that was the play. I know John Tortorella doesn't like it, but what better play can you do than that? It rolled up on your stick. It wasn't like he, had to flip it to get it on his stick. The puck was already on its edge. So you're going to get one of those opportunities maybe every 5 years. And, it was so close to going in. That would have been a beauty. And then I'd like to talk about Kucherov at the end. Kucherov got this fake high stick. I don't know his high stick with, and he did the Nick Suzuki. At the end of the game, after they scored the empty netter, and he's complaining, is there anything better? Like, I'm trying to think. In maybe Marchand having the same thing happen to him, but watching this guy who sticks everyone in the groin in the playoffs, who gets away with murder in the playoffs, he's a nasty. I like Kuch. He's a nasty player. He's a nasty player. He cheap shots people. He's nasty. But to watch him complain about a phantom high stick, I can't think of anything I'd want to watch more than that. I wanted to take Nikita Kucherov's complaining and just roll that back and listen to it like 10 times in a row. Or just watch him. Like that's like definitely like, but like, can I show you the stuff you got away with in the playoffs? Like the stuff you get away with all the time? And you're complaining about a phantom high stick. Which, by the way, near scored because they hit the crossbar and went up. And I'm just going to repeat for Nikita Kucherov because I really do enjoy watching Nikita Kucherov not do well. He had an assist tonight, but he was -3. -3. Awesome. The Leafs play Columbus on Wednesday. I'll be watching that, so I'll give the report right after the game. Hope everyone enjoyed. Have a great week. Cheers.